Hi guys, Dale Bateman here. On this episode of Build Your Success Online, I'm going to tell you 5 tips for developing a website that's targeted to your audience. Please stay tuned. There's one thing that every internet marketer, blogger, or online person has in common, and that is their target audience. Everybody has somebody that they're targeting their message towards, and it doesn't matter what you're doing online. You always will have a target audience. You could be selling products or services. You could be just blogging for fun. You could have a business that you want to talk about and show to people. Whatever the case may be, you always will have a target audience, and it's important that you develop your website in conjunction with appealing to that target audience as much as possible. Otherwise, let's face it, they're not going to want to come back and see your site. So I've got 5 tips for you today to help you developing that website in so that you can tailor it towards your target audience. Okay? So your first tip is a goal. You have to have a goal for anything that you do, all right? And especially for developing your website. Now, as I said, is this a website designed to sell things? Are you just giving away free products? Are you just blogging for the fun of it? Or are you representing a particular offline business? Any of these are great ideas for having an online website, but you have to have your particular goal in mind, because when you're setting up your website, setting up a site to do direct e-commerce sales right there on the site would be very different from a photographer wanting to show off their latest photographs, right? So make sure you have a goal, set a goal, and go after it. All right? Tip number 2, audience. Now, this goes without saying. You have to really take into consideration who your audience is. And not only that, take into consideration the very specific parts about your audience. How old are they? Are they male? Are they female? Are they currently employed? Are they unemployed? Where do they live? What kind of car do they drive? You can be as specific as you can, because the more specific you get with your audience and describing them in your own words, the better you'll be able to tailor the content of your website to those people. All right? So that's number 2, is audience. Number 3, the content for your audience. Now, is identifying who they are and all the things that they do. You have to keep in mind what kind of content they want to read. So it's a good idea to get out there on the World Wide Web and start exploring. See what kinds of problems people that are in your particular target market are having. What sort of questions do they have? What problems do they want solutions for? What questions do they want answers for? All of this stuff is great. It's gold content for you to provide stuff on your website for them. Because when people are looking for things and you're providing it, guess what? Those two meet up thanks to the search engines, and you've got yourself an audience. So that's number 3, the content for your audience. Number 4, we're almost there. 2 more to go, guys. This is a crucial one too, but one that people often don't think about. And we're talking about updating. You should have a good idea in mind of how often you're going to update your site. Now, if you're using a blog, and you should be, you could be updating your site every single day. And that's great. That's what I would certainly recommend. That's what I do. Fresh content every day not only helps your ranking in the search engines, but it gives your audience something new to look at and to read and to engage with on a regular basis. But if you're not blogging every day, if you have a different type of website that doesn't really relate itself to that, then you should always have some sort of a schedule in your mind of when you're going to do your updates. And a perfect way to do this is take a look at how often people are visiting your site. Okay? Get a Google Analytics plugin for your blog or your website, and make sure that you're checking it very often to see when particular individuals or particular demographics are checking out your website. If it looks like they're coming back every day or every other day, that'll give you a good indication of how often you need to provide updates for them. Because there's nothing more annoying than going back to a website that you enjoy, hoping to see something new, and there's nothing. Okay? I call that lunch bag letdown. So don't provide lunch bag letdown for your audience. Give them something new when they're ready to come back and see it. Okay, one final tip for today, guys, and it's an important one. It's format. The format of your website is critical to engaging with your target audience. Because, like I said in my earlier example, if you're a photographer and you want to showcase your latest work, you wouldn't have something that looks like a site selling products from Amazon.com, would you? Okay? So keep this in mind. Choose your theme wisely when you're setting up your website, because it can really say a lot about the type of business that you have and what you're offering to people. Okay? You want them to get a good impression of your site when they arrive. And remember the old saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And keep that in mind, that there's a lot of people who are going to be visiting your site for the very first time. And you want that first impression of theirs, of your site, to be great. Hey, this is awesome. I really like the look of this thing. It's easy to read. It's easy to understand. I like the writing. I'm going to be back for more. So there you go. 5 great tips for you on designing your website to tailor it to your target audience. Very important for anyone in online marketing and for anyone who wants to build their success online. Please subscribe to my channel, check me out on YouTube, and check out my blog. You can click the link in the description below, go to my blog, and check out to see what I have to offer. If you hit me up at buildyoursuccessonline.com, I bet you I've got a free report for you just waiting for you. All you have to do is enter your email address on the home page, and it's yours. Then you'll be added to my email list, and you'll get regular updates almost daily on all the fresh new content, tips, and tricks that I have for you when you're trying to build your success online. So until tomorrow, guys, I will say, have yourself a fantastic day. Bye for now.